Your gut does not become clean because lemon touched it. That is the first myth we have to break. Lemon water is not a detox drain cleaner, and your intestines are not a dirty pipe packed with toxins waiting for citrus to dissolve them. But if you drink lemon water every day for 21 days, something can still change. Not because lemon is magic, because water, acid, timing, and habit send signals through your digestive system. Think of your gut like a long river system with gates, pumps, sensors, and soft protective banks. Water keeps the river moving. Acid rings the stomach's doorbell. The gut lining decides what gets absorbed, and the lower intestine decides how dry or soft the final waste becomes. Lemon water does not rebuild the whole river in 3 weeks, but it can change the way the river flows, especially if it replaces a worse habit. Day 0, the first glass. The moment lemon water enters your mouth, the first change does not happen in your gut. It happens on your teeth. Lemon juice is acidic. That sharp taste is not just flavor, it is chemistry. Acid can soften enamel over time, especially if you sip it slowly all morning. This matters because many people think lemon water is harmless because it feels natural. Natural does not mean neutral. Then, the liquid moves down into your stomach. Here is where the second myth begins. People say lemon water alkalizes the body, but inside the stomach, lemon is arriving in one of the most acidic environments in the body. Your stomach is built to handle acid. It uses acid to help break food apart and prepare digestion. Lemon water is not taking control of this system. It is adding a small acidic signal to a system that already uses acid every day. That signal may feel good for some people. It may feel terrible for others. If you already have reflux, citrus can act like a splash against the wrong gate. The stomach gate is supposed to keep acid moving downward, but when acid splashes upward, you feel burning, sourness, cough, or chest discomfort. For those people, lemon water is not a gut hack. It is a trigger. Days 1 to 3. The hydration effect. For most people, the biggest gut change in the first few days is not lemon. It is water. That sounds boring, but biology is often boring before it becomes powerful. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases describes digestion as a system that breaks food down, absorbs nutrients and water, and moves waste forward with muscular waves. If that river does not have enough fluid, everything slows and thickens. This is why constipation is often not just a fiber problem. It can be a water problem, a movement problem, and a timing problem. In the large intestine, your body pulls water out of waste. That is normal. But when the system is dry, waste can become harder, slower, and more difficult to pass. So when someone starts drinking lemon water every morning, they may say, "The lemon cleaned me out." But biologically, the simpler explanation is often this: you finally gave the river more water. The lemon was the flavor that made you actually drink it. That matters. A habit you repeat beats a perfect habit you ignore. If lemon makes plain water easier to drink, it may indirectly support regular bowel movement. But it is not scrubbing your colon. It is helping the river stay fluid. Days 4 to 7. The stomach doorbell. Now we get to the interesting part. Lemon juice is acidic, and acidity can influence the early digestive phase. In a small meal study, diluted lemon juice taken with bread changed stomach activity compared with water. It was linked with more gastric secretions, faster stomach emptying, and a lower post-meal glucose response in that meal setting. That does not mean lemon water cures blood sugar problems. It does not mean it works the same for every meal. But it does show something important. Lemon is not just flavored water. It can interact with digestion. Think of the stomach like the first gate in the river. Food arrives, the gate senses what is inside, and the stomach decides how to churn, mix, and release that food into the small intestine. Acidic liquids may ring that gate differently than plain water. For some people, that can feel like digestion, waking up. For others, especially people with reflux or sensitive stomachs, it can feel like irritation. This is the key. A signal is not always a benefit. A fire alarm and a doorbell are both signals. One helps, one overwhelms. Your body decides which one lemon becomes. Week 2, the habit replacement effect. By the second week, the most powerful change may be outside the gut, but still affects the gut. Lemon water often replaces something else. Maybe it replaces soda. Maybe it replaces sweet coffee. Maybe it replaces late night juice. Maybe it simply creates a morning ritual before breakfast. This is where people confuse the lemon with the pattern. If you stop starting the day with sugar and start with water instead, your digestive system is no longer receiving the same early calorie load. If you drink water before eating, you may slow down enough to notice hunger more clearly. If you build a morning routine, your bowel rhythm may become more predictable. The gut loves rhythm. It is not a random tube. It has muscular waves, nerve signals, hormone signals, and timing patterns. When your morning becomes more predictable, your gut may become more predictable too. But again, the lemon is not the hero by itself. It is the handle on the habit. This is why two people can drink the same lemon water and get completely different results. One person uses it to replace soda and hydrate better. They feel lighter, less backed up, and more in control. Another person adds lemon water on top of a chaotic diet, constant snacking, low fiber, and poor sleep. Nothing changes. Same lemon, different river. Days 10 to 14. The microbiome myth. Now we have to talk about your gut bacteria. This is where the internet gets reckless. You will hear claims that lemon water kills bad bacteria, grows good bacteria, repairs the microbiome, or resets the gut in 21 days. That sounds exciting. It is also too strong. Your microbiome is not a light switch. It is an ecosystem. Think of it like the plants and organisms living along the riverbank. You do not rebuild that ecosystem by squeezing lemon into water. You rebuild it mostly through repeated inputs, diverse fibers, plant variety, fermented foods if tolerated, sleep, movement, lower stress, and fewer unnecessary disruptions. Lemon water may support the environment indirectly if it helps you hydrate and replace sugary drinks. But lemon water alone is not a microbiome repair plan. It is not food for most beneficial bacteria in the way fiber is. Bacteria in the colon thrive on fermentable fibers that survive digestion and reach them downstream. Lemon juice does not play the same role as beans, oats, berries, onions, lentils, nuts, seeds, or vegetables. So if your goal is a healthier gut ecosystem, lemon water can be the front gate. It cannot be the whole garden. Days 15 to 18, the reflux test. By this point, your body has usually given you feedback. This is the fork in the road. Some people feel fine. Some notice less constipation because they are drinking more fluid. Some enjoy the ritual, but others start noticing throat clearing, sour burps, stomach burning, nausea, or a dry cough. That is not your body detoxing. That may be your body rejecting the acid signal. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases lists citrus foods among common reflux-related triggers for some people. This does not mean everyone with reflux reacts to lemon. It means the pattern matters. If symptoms get worse after lemon water, believe the signal. Do not force a trend onto a body that is clearly pushing back. This is one of the most important rules in health. A habit is only healthy if your body can tolerate it. If lemon water makes your throat burn every morning, you are not cleansing your gut. You are irritating a gate. And there is another gate most people forget: your teeth. The American Dental Association warns that repeated acid exposure can contribute to enamel erosion. If you drink lemon water, do not sip it for hours. Use a straw if helpful. Rinse with plain water afterward. Avoid brushing immediately after acidic drinks because softened enamel needs time to recover. The gut routine should not quietly damage the mouth. Days 19 to 21, the real result. After 21 days, what actually happened? Not the fantasy version, the real version. If lemon water helped you drink more fluid, your gut may move more smoothly. If it replaced sugary drinks, your overall routine may be better. If you drank it before meals, you may have become more aware of hunger and fullness. If you tolerated the acid well, the morning ritual may feel refreshing. If you were mildly dehydrated before, your stool may be softer. If you were inconsistent with morning habits, your bowel rhythm may feel more predictable. But if nothing else changed, lemon water probably did not transform your gut. It did not detox your intestines. It did not sterilize bad bacteria. It did not repair leaky gut in 3 weeks. It did not melt fat. It did not override low fiber, poor sleep, high stress, alcohol, ultra-processed food, or constant snacking. That is not a disappointment. That is clarity. The river system does not need a miracle. It needs the right conditions. Enough water to keep flow moving, enough fiber to feed the downstream ecosystem, enough time between eating episodes for normal digestive rhythms, enough calm for the nervous system to allow digestion, and fewer triggers that inflame, irritate, or overwhelm the gates. So here is the practical version. If you enjoy lemon water, drink it in a way your body can handle. Keep it diluted. Do not sip it all day. Rinse your mouth with plain water. Stop if it triggers reflux or stomach burning. And do not use it as a replacement for the habits that actually shape the gut. Fiber diversity, regular meals, movement, sleep, and medical care when symptoms are persistent or severe. The safest way to understand lemon water is this. It is not a cleaner. It is a cue. A cue to hydrate. A cue to slow down. A cue to begin the day with something simple instead of something sugary. A cue to notice how your digestive system responds, and that is where the power is. Not in the lemon, in the feedback. Your gut is not waiting for a citrus miracle. It is listening to the pattern you repeat. For 21 days, lemon water may change that pattern, but the river only stays clear when the whole system is respected. The water, the gates, the banks, the ecosystem, and the signals your body sends back. Ignore those signals, and even a healthy ritual can become irritation. Listen to them, and one small glass can become the start of a better rhythm.